everybody, how's it going? If you're new here, welcome. Today we'll be looking at the LTC GM023 gaming mouse. This is going to be a honeycomb design on the mouse, which we'll get into, that you probably saw in the B-roll, that has cutouts all across the mouse, right where your palm goes and across the top. Not on the actual clickers, but across the whole mouse. We'll be getting into what it comes with, what it can do, the software, and everything that it comes with. So sit back, relax, and let's hop into it. All right, and here we are, the LTC GM023. Now, we do have the generic LTC optical mouse box. They use this for pretty much anything. Here's the barcode if you guys want to scan that. Take you straight to it. But again, LTC uses more generic packaging when it comes to their stuff, so they can use it for a lot of things. But we'll go ahead and pop the top here. But of course, we're going to interrupt and go ahead and go straight into the tech specs of the mice so you know what you're getting before we get it out of the box. Like a lot of mice these days, we do have the triple mode connectivity, Bluetooth 5.0, 2.4 gigahertz wireless, and we do have the USB-C wired, and of course that's how you charge it as well. We do have the PAW 3104 sensor. It does go up to 1000 polling rate, and we do have some options here to go anything in between. We do have the 6 DPI modes, which you can adjust up to 4800 DPI. Now, of course, the honeycomb design that I mentioned in the intro, it is lightweight and weighs only 79 grams, which we will verify here when we get to the weight in the video. We do have 6 programmable buttons and onboard memory, so it will save your settings. You can put your macros, you can remap, you can change the DPI, sleep settings, polling rate, and, of course, the RGB. And, of course, we have proper driver support from LTC, having their own driver, so we do get a chance to really utilize that polling rate when it comes to their own drivers instead of some generic one from Windows. But of course, if you guys are enjoying the video so far, don't forget to go ahead and hit like and do a subscribe. We're on our way. We're going on the journey to gain more subscribers as we go on through, getting towards that ultimate partner goal. So would appreciate it if you guys tuned in. And we got more videos on the way, so stay tuned. But let's go back to the main unboxing. Let's see what we get in the box. All right, let's go ahead and get this guy opened up. We'll go ahead and pull the mouse out. We got the card, we got a cable, and that's it. Now, we do get a USB-A to USB-C. Nothing too crazy, although this is kind of a shoelace feeling of a woven cable, so that is nice. Now, depending if you have animals, fair warning, that will pick up hair. We do have the ultra basic, super quick setup guide. We do have right here on top showing you what each button does on the top and the bottom. And I do love the personalization, and you can see the honeycomb here. Open it up. We do have the wired mode, Bluetooth mode, 2.4 mode, and then we have the charging lights here off to the right, plus the scan here for support, and then the FCC warning right here. Honestly, top tier. I love me some LTC. These guys have, hands down, revolutionized manuals in such a simple format, and I love it. But what I also love is this honeycomb design. I mean, look at this. You got the LTC right underneath. Right here on the bottom, we do have some, if you want to call it ventilation. We have the USB dongle down here, if you can get it out. It is magnetized. A little bit hard to get out here. And, of course, we do have the 5 feet on the bottom, 2 on the top, 2 in the middle, and 1 on the bottom. We do have the switch for switching between wired, Bluetooth, and 2.4, plus the layer switch if you want to set up different profiles, which we'll show in the software here shortly. We have the 2 buttons here on the side. Again, that LTC through the top, just love this mouse. And bonus points right now, at least as of recording, that the mouse is $20 on Amazon, so just know the build quality is great, especially for $20. Now, will this be like a Razer Death Adder, or will this be a high-end Logitech? No. But it will be great. It is nice to feel. It's got a nice shape, and it is lightweight. So if you think heavy means quality, well, this one's going to be super lightweight. in which case we will check again that weight here shortly. They said it's 79 grams, but overall it feels good. It moves easy, being that it's lightweight. And I don't think if you got this as a replacement mouse or anything like that, you shouldn't be disappointed with it. It's got a nice red optical light on the bottom, and so it's just like your old school mice. But let's go ahead and hop on over. We're going to check out the software next, and we're going to see what all we can adjust, what we can choose, what we can edit, and everything in between. So let's hop into the software. All right, over here in the software, we have the news, my device, share center, and market. You can upload in the share center your pre-configured mice if you want to, but we'll start off here with the layers of what you can do. We have the profiles here per mice, and of course what they default are here off to the side. Now, if you don't want a key, you can just straight up disable it. Or you can add combinations, you can add your macros, which will show the macro configuration here in a moment. You got your media keys, all the way from volume, next, brightness, all the way up, even for the layers. Mouse keys. Now we do have the DPI, which has 6 individual versions that you can adjust, and then the mouse polling rate as well on the same page. Now under macros, you can make your own macro, set it to fixed, loop, button control, and then you just make your own. Then you have the cloud synchronization between computers, and then of course you have your account. And then you can adjust the key sensitivity, standby time, Bluetooth standby time, firmware updates, and everything's going to be inside here. And so this is where you'll do all the configuration, everything in the software. Looks pretty good. There's a lot to configure, and there's a lot to be done. Now remember, right now, this is $20 on Amazon. If that price goes up, I don't know about that as of now recording. But it's $20, and that is a absolute killer deal to be able to modify this. This is up in there with like Red Dragon, with their cheap mice that have a lot of customization, but I still think LTC pulls ahead here with way more customization in the software, so they definitely get a leg up there. But we're going to go ahead and check on the weight and see on how that 79 grams holds up. So we got to make sure that those claims are accurate. Now, there will be differences between manufacturing, so it may be give or take a little bit off, but let's check it out. All right, now let's go ahead and put this thing on the scale and see if it is, my goodness, like within 1 gram of a difference, and actually less. At 78.1 grams, usually you see a little bit over, but honestly, a little bit under, not too bad. So I would say the claim is a thumbs up. They've actually undersold themselves. They could have said 78, and that would have been close enough for a lot of companies, but they rounded up on that, so got to give them props for it. Next, we're going to check out the sound meter. We're going to see just how clicky everything is, and we're going to see just how loud what you're going to be hearing will be. All right, let's go ahead and get these clicks out. We can scrape it around. It's very, very silent compared to my room noise. The clicks, very silent as well. Nothing really above the low 50s. And even the side buttons and the top buttons are super quiet. Very impressed with it being lightweight and quiet. It's not holding in the noise. It's definitely letting it out through the honeycomb design. So even with that, it's still super quiet. Next, we're going to go ahead and hear the sound test. So you're going to hear exactly how this is going to sound. Let's go ahead and slide over to the dramatic sound test. Okay, and that was the sound test. Sounded pretty good. It's not too terrible. Doesn't sound super cheap. It's pretty good across the board. Now, it doesn't have any fancy, acoustics as far as that goes, or any kind of fancy boutique sound like some mice can have with special switches, but it's definitely a good mice. And again, it is quiet overall. So if you guys want to pick it up, link will be down in the description. You guys now know everything that this thing can do and that it comes with. And if you guys do buy through the link down below, it does help support the channel, and I do appreciate it anytime that you guys do, so thank you. If you guys have any questions about it, feel free to let me know, and stay tuned for the next one that'll be coming out for the GM024 and what all that can do. So thank you so much. Subscribe, like the video if you guys made it this far. You guys are actually the champs here at this point in the video. And until the next one, I'll see you soon.